What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? Big girl, first of all, don't jump me. Don't jump me, because I'm going to be real honest with y'all. Baby, it's getting to a point where, girl, I really don't be feeling like doing Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? But when I do it, I'm going to give it to you the way that I need to give it to you, the way that y'all expect me to give it to you. But I'm going to just tell you this. Next season, Ashley and I reviewing it. I'm finishing out this season, the reunion and all that stuff, because I'm just completely tired of the back and forth, and we're not really getting anywhere. And if you want to compare, because I'm pretty sure people be like, well, all these reality shows are practically the same. They are, but most of the ones that I actually like and want to continue to talk about, they're actually moving on and doing other things. And even when they do bring up the same stuff, it's like, girl, what? I be saying the same thing too. This show, I don't know, for the past 2.5 seasons, they've been dragging it out. Okay, they've been really, really dragging it out, and I just feel as though we should not still be talking about this expo stuff. Expo at the event, okay? Listen, let's just get into it right quick. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, I ain't feel like watching it. Today, I dragged it out because y'all getting it this late, because I said, girl, let me just go ahead and do this, because they finna jump me, and I don't feel like getting battered today. So hey, it is what it is, y'all. Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 6, episode 19. Now, I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all Direct TV, and everybody else knows that this is season 6, episode 19. Why is it on the website at season 7, episode 4? Baby, we ain't even had a reunion for it to be season 7 yet. Y'all need to get that together, okay? Get that together. And I seen the picture of Melody. Melody's still stuck in the Renaissance, okay? She's still stuck in the Renaissance. She look good. She look good, but she's still stuck in the Renaissance. She said, listen, here we go, okay? She was in the Renaissance last reunion, and she's still at the tail end of this reunion. I said, all right, that was a cute little look. But anyway, like I said, this is Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6, episode 19. What is it called? Town Hall Downfall. It was pointless. This episode was completely pointless, okay? We pick up where we left off with the back and forth between Mel and Marcel. Now, I was looking at Rock's review, okay? And if y'all have not subscribed to Forest Rocks or It's Rocks, baby, is it It's Rocks or Forest Rocks? I know she changed it. I think it's just It's Rocks. I-S. That ain't how you spell it. I'm trying to put y'all on if y'all late and I can't even get the stuff right. Oh my God, I feel so stupid. And that's one of my favorite YouTubers too. It's Rocks. ITSROX. Okay, she does some really, really good reviews, and I love when she do her impersonations. Cracks me up all the time. But she was saying that she feels as though Melody and Marcel like sparring with each other because they can go back and forth. And I feel like at this point, that may damn well be true. I feel like that is the truth. Okay. And I also feel as though the reason why Marcel keeps coming at Melody is because he wanna bang bang boogie with Melody if he could. If he could, he would definitely take Melody down. And I'm talking about in the bedroom. That's what I'm talking about. But because I feel like he feel like this kind of a turn on for him. It just gets that, because I'm the type of person, I'll start some mess with you because sometimes that's kind of hot. You know what I'm saying? That he gives me that type of feeling. He gives me that type of feeling because you could be so adamant about the stuff that you say, knowing that it's going to get back to that person that you're talking about, Melody, and knowing that she's going to confront you, and then you're going to try to clean it up and make it make sense, but it don't make sense because you get out of here, sir. At the end of the day, you put down her business. You trying to make it seem as if you don't know what she done. You don't know that she's a businesswoman. You trying to just basically belittle her to just an e-commerce person who does these t-shirts for her businesses and slogans and all this stuff. And at the end of the day, even if that was her business, if she is getting paid and if she's being successful for doing that, that is something to be looked at. That is an entrepreneurial thing, okay? Your Black Expo was about entrepreneurship, right? So she is an entrepreneur. And at the end of the day, for him to try to say that he don't throw jabs, everything that you said about her business was a jab. It wasn't an opinion, it was a jab. An opinion is just saying, you know what, in my opinion, I just don't feel like she's a right fit. That's it. A jab is, in my opinion, no, a jab is, I'm not finna pay nobody just to talk about some t-shirts. That's a jab. You're belittling her business acumen. Okay, you reducing her to just somebody that only do these coffee mugs and slogans on t-shirts and all this stuff, when you know damn well she does more, and she has done more, and she's probably been one of the more successful other, I would say, women on the cast, probably person at this point, given that's the reason why y'all on this show. It's so freaking weird how you disrespect the person that got you on the show and gave you a platform. And for him to say, well, we're doing this whole thing about, putting out businesses, and the only reason why your businesses or whatever is getting the things that they're doing or whatever is because of the platform. You can't tell people at a Black Expo or whatever that, basically they have to use their platform, because they can't really use their platform because they don't have a big platform and they're not on TV or whatever to get to that. I said, what? That don't make no sense, because at the end of the day, the Black Expo is not about how to get people to get large numbers. It's to get advice, okay? If you want to know the real thing about it, because if we were to do any other expo and you take away the cameras and all this stuff, because there are many and plenty of expos that's out here that's for business and all this stuff, it is to network, okay? It is to network. It is to meet up with vendors. It is to meet up with people who have like-minded ideas. It is to become mentors and become mentees, okay? It is a place where you go to get advice. It is a place where you go in that circle of business people. Put your business out there so that they can talk about your business and promote and put it here and put it there. It doesn't matter if you have a platform that is this small or this big. You don't have a platform that is just homegrown, or if it's on a national scale. That is not what it's all about. And for him to throw it out there that, people don't have a platform, and basically you wouldn't be where you were if it wasn't for a platform that you have. You wouldn't be able to have put on this goddamn expo if it wasn't for the platform that Melody helped you get. Okay? And I hate the fact, y'all know I don't even go off for Melody like that, but let's call a spade a spade. Because at the end of the day, y'all was, regardless of how you want to slice it up and how you want to make it feel like, oh, this is this and this is that. At the end of the day, Marceau, at the end of the day, Tisha, and I'm bringing this up because when they actually had that town hall meeting and Melody was saying things or whatever, they really wasn't paying attention to her. Tisha, as soon as Melody first started talking, Tisha on her phone, he writing stuff down. Maybe Marceau was, taking notes or whatever, but Tisha was on her phone. Now, I'm the type of person, if I'm in a business meeting or whatever, I still believe in pen and paper. Okay? Unless we got computers there that we're going to be typing up and taking notes, don't be on your phone. And don't tell me that you're taking notes on your phone. No, you take a pen and a paper up in there, you take a little computer and all that stuff, and you look like you're trying to take some notes and you're trying to take the constructive criticism and all that stuff. That's respect. That's professionalism, all right? And there's nothing professional about these so-called professionals, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, that was just really rude. And I'm sitting here like, if you didn't want to be open to the constructive criticism that was going to be had, and you already knew that that was going to happen, why would you show up? Why would you agree to show up and put on the front as if you're going to take it all into consideration when you know that you're not, okay? And then you go from all of that back and forth lying and stuff and putting her down. Mind you, you work with this woman. You was in business with this woman. It don't take much but to Google the lady to know exactly what it is that she did, okay? And they don't want to talk about how she had to file bankruptcy and all this stuff. And she like, no, baby, I didn't file bankruptcy just because I ain't had no money or nothing like that. I filed bankruptcy because when we got that divorce, Martel had to file bankruptcy. So therefore, I went on ahead and filed bankruptcy before it got put on me, because that ain't had nothing to do with me. She was protecting her stuff from him. which was a smart move, okay? And so to clown her for that, and like she said, if listen, if it was an issue, I would want to be with. I could have said I didn't want to be with somebody doing some expo that got $5 million worth of fraudulent lawsuit against them for doing fraud. I said, yeah, you can't throw rocks at glass houses, and that's exactly what Marcel was doing. Because at the end of the day, y'all begged that lady to be there. Tisha had a different y'all wanted her to be there. She was the first one that y'all really wanted to be there because you knew that that's what would have drawn the people in. Y'all know that people don't really like y'all like that, okay? Especially mostly because of you, Marcel. Now, if Marcel was not in the picture, I truly do feel like if Tisha was with another person who was more understanding and everything else of that such, she probably would be more likable on the show. Because I really feel like she would not be the way that she is now. She has stunted herself to basically assimilate to what Marcel wants in a woman, wants in a wife, and what he expects of women, because he doesn't respect women of any kind, especially in the business world. Okay, because he doesn't feel like they need to be there. They shouldn't be there. They should be at home taking care of the kids and cleaning up the house. That's what he feels, okay? And you know, I want to feel bad for her, but I just don't, because at the end of the day, you chose this life, all right? And you know that, and that's why she don't say nothing. You notice how when Stormy said what she said about Marceau multiple times, Tisha never said nothing about it, because Tisha understands it and Tisha knows the truth, okay? It is what it is. I'm not going to fight you on the bitch. You said what you said, and I know what it is, because I feel the exact same way. She know what it is about her husband. But then he going to tell her that about the town hall meeting. How y'all go from going back and forth with each other, and then you invite me to the town hall meeting to, you know, get advice from me, but you just put my stuff down, but now you want me to... Girl, okay. They go to this town hall meeting. It was pointless. It was pointless. Kimmy, I'm going to need you to stop trying to get everybody back together, kumbaya it out or whatever, because at the end of the day, these people are not going to listen. Marceau is not going to listen. Marceau is so headstrong. Marceau is so cocky. Marceau is such a narcissist. Marceau is so egotistical. Marceau is all of the isms, sexist, misogynistic, all of that stuff. So therefore, he is not going to listen to what anybody had to say. And basically, the main people that was talking, that was giving feedback, were the women. Maurice wasn't saying nothing. Martel wasn't saying nothing. But when they first came up in there, and one of them brought up the whole situation about, he brought up the fact that he had went and had this little conversation with Mel, you know. And when they brought up the whole thing about the T-shirts and him basically downplaying her business and all that stuff, Martel even stepped up and was like, wait a minute, but don't y'all do T-shirts, and don't y'all do this, and don't y'all do that? Now, see, I will give it to Martel. This is probably the one and only time right about now that you will hear me giving him props, because I'm that type of person. I can dislike the hell out of you, but I can give you the props when you need to. He's a foul person. He did disgusting things. But one thing that he did do, and I can respect, is he stood up for Mel. He was about to go in, but then I think Kimmy came up in there, interrupted or whatever, and then Mel eventually came up in there. But at the end, he was, because he know how Marceau is, and that's how I just don't understand. How is it that these people are quote-unquote friends, and I just don't get into it so much with my friends that I'm putting their business out there in a negative front. I'm talking mess about them. I'm destroying their character, and then we don't talk for a few months, and then we come back to being friends, quote-unquote friends, and then we fall out again and we do the same. I don't do stuff like that. No, because once it gets to the point where I'm putting your business out there, you putting my business out there, communication ceases. Friendships, that word, is ceased. We're no longer anything to each other, okay? And I just don't understand this back and forth game that's been going on between Marceau and Martel for so long. And the same thing with Tisha and the other girls, okay? That's why I can never be on reality TV, because if I don't like you and if we're done and I feel hurt by you, regardless of if we make up, and when I say by make up, I mean by apologize and we're going to let bygones be bygones, or we're going to move forward, meaning we're not going to move forward in the friendship. I'm going to move forward. My move forward is we can be cordial. When I see you, hello, I say hello back. Other than that, there's nothing else. It wouldn't be no show because we wouldn't interact. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not good for reality TV because I'm too real. I can't fake it. Don't script my life, or don't script my emotions. But at the end of the day, you got that going on, and you know, Courtney and Stormy is there. They're giving suggestions, like Courtney said, the motivational factor, and they got in their feelings. If you're supposed to be taking constructive criticism, you know what it's supposed to be about. These people are your friends, right? They're not trying to come at your throat, because if you say that they're your friends and you respect them and what they have and what the ideas that they're gonna put out, you should be able to sit there and take in what is being said and not get so in your feelings about it. So when it came to Mel basically saying that she didn't feel like the thing was organized enough, okay? And Tisha was like, Tisha and Martha like, or mostly Tisha, so you don't feel like it wasn't organized? No. I mean, for the most part, you got all the stuff that happened before, during, and after. We don't need to talk about what happened before. We're talking about exactly what happened during the thing. Because when we actually had the Black Expo, it was actually organized to the way that it was supposed to be organized. So we don't need to talk about, and I was with Mel. You do have to talk about what prior to it that led up to all of this stuff, because that is the organizational stages. That is the beginning of how you get stuff together. That was a hot ass mess, and that could be better so that the next time you wouldn't have all this confliction that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And they don't ever want to hear the criticism. If you didn't want to hear it, because nothing is perfect. When you go into business, when you have a product, when you have a store, when you have anything, and you decide to open the floor up to constructive criticism, that is the moment where you just sit there and you listen for the most part, and you take it in, especially when the people that are giving it to you, they respect you and they are not trying to down you. They are trying to help build you. I didn't hear anything in that meeting from anybody that was trying to take them down. Even with Stormy was saying the whole thing about the motivations, and all that stuff. And then here come Marcel. Well, you put out motivational speeches and then you leave with nothing. And I'm sitting here like, what? And she was getting in her feelings because he was pissing her off, and it was a petty game. And she called him a bitch. He said, yeah, I'm a big bitch. Okay? And his whole thing is, I'm trying to make her feel like I'm not going to give her the energy that she needs or that she's looking for. Like, you want to call me a bitch, I'm not going to get all riled up like, who you calling a bitch and all that stuff. I'm going to just give it right back to you. That's what bitches do, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, Marcel, you were bothered. I don't care how you want to say that you're not, because if you weren't bothered, you wouldn't be trying to play the game back and forth with her, okay? You are a bitch, all right? I don't care what anyone says. At the end of the day, he only really spars with women. Melody, we saw him he goes at his own wife. We see him going at Stormy, okay? He's a bitch, and there's nothing else to put about it. He's a misogynistic, sexist ass, pussy ass bitch. That's just basically what it is. And I would be embarrassed to be in any fucking form associated with this man, okay? He acts like a child, all right? And when he was talking about how, I'll take everything in consideration and all that stuff. And Tiffany said, oh, you're taking in consideration and stuff even from the women? Because, and he was like, yeah, and all that stuff. Because they know that he don't fuck with women like that. He don't care what their opinions are at any point in time. All right? And, they even Kimmy had to say, yeah, you do be coming off a little, And I just wanted her to go in a little bit more, because sometimes it'll hit harder when it's family. Okay? But of course, she gonna keep it PG with it. And I'm just sitting here like, he petty. I ain't gonna say sassy, but a bitch, he bitch made, okay? Because when I say bitch, I mean that means that you just acting like, I think it's a difference between sassy and bitches, because everybody and their mama can be a bitch, whether you're a man or a woman, and it don't have to play around with your sexuality or anything like that. But when you say sassy, that's trying to say like you being a woman or something like that. And I don't want to go that far. And I know somebody gonna be like, "Well, I really don't see the difference." But that's how I put it in my mind. Okay. Because you're trying to play on somebody's sexuality when you say sassy. And I don't think there's nothing, about his sexuality, but he just gives off bitch tease. Like, you just a bitch because you just messy. To me, being a bitch like that means, in this sense, means that you're a messy person. And that's just exactly what the hell it is that he is. And at the end of the day, nothing was really accomplished. Nothing was accomplished in this meeting besides the fact that I love the fact when Courtney said, what you need to do is let Tisha talk. And honestly, you need to let her lead a little bit, because I feel like if you would have put her in charge, things probably would have got way more done. You see how he's respected? And you can say that he probably put that out there just to be petty and throw some salt up at Marcel. But at the end of the day, Courtney has said this before. And he was like, even you ain't even let Tisha talk this whole time. And I said, well, Courtney's a good man. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. And at the end of the day, the shit wasn't organized. The shit wasn't organized. The shit was fucked up. And if it was organized and there was no issue going on, y'all wouldn't have had to sit there and have that dumbass town hall meeting that accomplished absolutely nothing. Don't nobody give a fuck about this shit besides Nell. Okay, let's talk about that. Nell, I'm gonna need you to get yourself together, because at the end of the day, you cannot be included in everything. Why do y'all want to be included in this mess, this travesty? You see how much of a travesty it was. You see how much of a flop it was, right? You see how fucked up it was. And you see the character of these people that put it on, right? Why you want to be associated with it so bad, okay? And then get in your feeling because Kimmy didn't invite you to the town hall meeting. It was about the people that was actually there. I understood exactly why the people that was invited, was invited, because they all participated in some way or another, okay? You keep on throwing out there about, well, we've been up in Huntsville, North Huntsville for 20-some years or the longest and all. Okay, and it's probably people that's been there longer than that. They just ain't on the show, and they still wasn't invited to the expo. They probably know them too. You can't be invited to everything, baby girl. Okay, I just want you to know that. And I just want you to spend more time picking out your wig choices, because I don't know who did that to your hair. Was Chris around and he told you to put that on? I wouldn't let you walk out the house like that. But hey, to each his own, to each his own. I said, we're not going to get on here and be petty and be making issues where there really is none. You didn't get invited to the expo. You thought that you were, because people, kind of made it seem like they did. And I would have just we're going to invite you. And I would have just took that and put it in the back of my memory bank and be like, fuck these people. That's just what it is. You showed me your character and you showed me your slip already. And I'm not going to deal with you. I don't understand why we just can't deal with people why we just can't move on. I don't want to deal with people that don't want to deal with me and who want to downgrade me. That's basically what they did to you now, and you're still complaining about that? Ugh, girl, have more respect for yourself. Meanwhile, Martel, he was pissed off about the whole situation, when he was over there at a little site where I think he doing a little bit of building, and he had his business partner, Fred, there, and they was discussing the whole situation about what happened at the town hall meeting, and what Marceau was saying or whatever prior to that, basically downgrading it. Baby, my neighbors, they've been good. They've been good for the past month or so. I don't know what it was about today, but they just all day. Anyway, so if you hear something, that's just what it is, and it's telling me I need to wrap this up. But anyway, the ghetto. So you got that going on, and he was basically like, if he would have known that Marceau was saying the stuff that he was saying about Mel and, the payment and, basically trying to make it seem like she don't do nothing. And he was like, just because, that now that they own Scopes and all that stuff, he was like, baby, at the end of the day, we brought you into Scope. We made you and you got to where you at because of us, and you trying to act like you don't know what Mel is capable of and all this stuff and woo woo woo. And I do like the fact that he came to Mel's defense in that sense. He said, if I would have known, I would have said all of this at that meeting. And he started to. You kind of look at it, he started to, because he was trying to understand what was being said, but then he got interrupted. They moved on real quick. And I was just like, that's kind of fucked up. See, this is what I'm talking about. Them people ain't friends. I helped you, we helped each other, and now you trying to act like you don't know what we do. I cannot be with somebody like a fucking Marcel. Friends, business, or nothing, because I wouldn't trust him. He's sneaky as fuck. Meanwhile, I'ma just leave this right here. Chris told his ass to get the fuck about the house, okay? He said, listen, I don't give a good goddamn if you got a week and a half to get out. No, you need to get out now. Ain't no more extensions. I am trying to sell this bitch, okay? Get out. And Tiffany, we finally see Big Lou, okay? Big Lou is out here working, and at the end of the day, I don't know how this may sound, especially to the women who have had kids or whatever. I am a woman myself. I know how it is when we have mood swings and everything, especially when we on our cycle and all that stuff. We get in our feelings. We get hormonal, and I feel as though once you have a baby or when you're pregnant, that heightens like 1,000 times more. And then your chemistry, brain chemistry, your hormonal chemistry, estrogen chemistry, all of that just changes. That's where postpartum depression comes in at when you give birth, okay, and you have a kid, and then you come with that overwhelming feeling like, oh my God, I can't do it all, I can't do it all. What was I thinking? It's just too much. I got the baby, I got life, I got this, all this stuff. It happens. I understand that. But Tiffany, baby girl, for you to think and to sit there and to say, I didn't think anything would change. I thought we would still have the same dynamic and everything would still be the same once baby Ace got here. No, a baby changes everything every single time. It changes your routine. It changes your life. It changes everything. And you just have to adjust to it. But to be so naive in that sense, I'm sitting here like, you grown. You grown. You should know this. You should know this. And I'm not, trying to play on her postpartum, because she definitely has postpartum depression. For her talking about the overwhelming feelings that she's been having, like she's not good enough, talking about her body and all that stuff, and then feeling like she don't have help. At the end of the day, this is why Big Lou did not want to have another kid. This is what he was telling you. You didn't want to listen, and this is what you have to deal with now. That man cannot stay home if he has a job that he has signed a contract to do. He can't break that contract, because if he break that contract, 9 out of 10, he's going to get sued, okay? And then that's going to mess y'all up even more, okay? So he has to fulfill that contract, given that he's doing this, baseball recruiting and all that stuff and coaching and all that. So I'm pretty sure, yes, he is signed into a contract. And you have this baby, so of course you know that he's going to be gone for a minute. And when he's there, I'm pretty sure he's attentive to you. That's what he says, right? He does not give me the feeling that he would not do anything for Tiffany, especially when she's in his presence. But he has to work, understandably. But this is this is the thing that you chose. You didn't think this all the way through, huh? You didn't think it all the way through. I just cannot feel sorry for her. At the end of the day, this is what you wanted. So I hate to say you're going to have to deal with it, but at this point in time, you're going to have to deal with it. I do understand what she said. I need you to be more attentive to me. And he got that too. And that's just what it is. Other than that, I don't have nothing else for Tiffany, because you should have known. Moving on. That was what is this? Y'all, I'm finna go be nosy. I'm sorry. Oh my God, it be so funny, because let me just tell you this. When they be getting into it, right, mind you, they the only one. They are the only one. This is the one that I told y'all where she hit him in the mouth. She hit him in the mouth with the gun outside. Mind you, this neighborhood ain't even like that. But listen, they be going into it, right, and then it'd be long stretches where I don't hear nothing. I be like, oh, okay, they cool. You know, they on a good time. You know, every couple has their issues and all that stuff. That's fine. And all of a sudden today they just was going at it. Now, when the first time I actually saw who it was, like I seen her before, and then when I saw who the baby daddy was, I was really confused because I said, you are letting this scrawny, questionable looking motherfucker go at you like this. Interesting. And truth be told, had I never known anything about what was going on with them and that was her baby mama, I mean his baby mama, or that, you know, I would have thought that he was up in here for another nigga. He looked like that nigga sassy, okay? I mean, everything about him. I said, is he bisexual? I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I think I just did, but I don't want to do that. But let me get the hell up off of here, y'all. I'd be really confused, and I'd be entertained at the same time. I'm finna go stand outside, go make it look like I need to go get something to drink, so I'm finna go downstairs and see what's going on. I'll see y'all later. Peace.